Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and in this video I'm going to be giving a review of the program World of Guns Gun Disassembly. It is a program that I use quite a bit for my channel, where I make videos explaining how various functions of firearms work, and to that end is very useful for me. That being said, I often get questions asking me what program I am using in those videos, and as a result I think it is important to talk about World of Guns itself. Is a program that, as the name implies, focuses on the disassembly and reassembly of firearms, but that is not all it has to offer. It has what it calls the operation mode, which is the part of the program I have the most interest in and get the most use out of. In operation mode, you can get an X-rayed or cutaway view of all of the parts of the firearm model you are looking at, as well as run a cycle of the action and operate a few other functions of the firearm, such as activating the safety or reloading a magazine. You can also equip different accessories onto some firearm models, but this is mostly for cosmetic purposes. I have found a number of the animations in this mode to be rather sloppy, with parts routinely clipping through each other or not moving with the proper timing, and some parts that would normally move during the operation of the firearm not being animated at all. There is also a handful of shooting ranges for specific models, where you attempt to beat set challenges shooting targets from a static position. Although this is an interesting change of pace, it is a rather limited mode and something that is done better in a number of other games. The rest of the modes within World of Guns revolve around you either disassembling or reassembling the various firearms within the program. These are grouped by difficulty, starting off with a basic field strip, moving on to complete disassembly and reassembly modes, and finally challenge modes, which are timed and scored with a penalty for making a mistake and choosing the wrong part. These are set into three different modes: game, super game, and hardcore, in ascending order of difficulty. The process of disassembling or reassembling a firearm in World of Guns involves clicking on a part or set of parts in a specific order, mimicking the order you would disassemble a firearm in real life. If you have clicked on a part that you can disassemble, one or more green arrows appear showing that it can be disassembled. Clicking on the part again or clicking on one of the green arrows will remove or replace the part depending on whether you are disassembling or reassembling the firearm. A parts counter will give you an indicator of how many parts remain before the task has been completed, although sometimes manipulating a set of parts will disassemble more than one part at once. The problem with this mode is the sometimes arbitrary order you are required to disassemble parts in. At times, you can disassemble parts in differing orders, but the times where you have to follow a specific set of actions, even if there's no reason you could not remove the part before the required one in real life, can lead to confusion, especially if you cannot remember the specific order the game is looking for. Thankfully, there is a hint button if you are stumped that will select a part that you can activate. I also have a problem with the power tool sound effect used in the program when screws are being removed. I know this is more than likely done so that you have an audio clue that a part is being unscrewed, but I think this has the potential of teaching someone new to firearms a bad habit. In real life, you should use hand tools to unscrew anything on a firearm. The risk of damaging the firearm through over-tightening or stripping out the screw is too great when using power tools, especially when considering older firearms. If you do not know the proper techniques or have the proper tools to disassemble a firearm, it may be a good idea to look to the aid of a professional. The number of firearms in the game is somewhat impressive, and a library that the developer is ever expanding, and most of the firearms come with a little background information included. Although the vast majority of these come directly from Wikipedia, so it's not exactly information that is all that hard to find, and it is about the quality you would expect from a Wikipedia article. With all that being said, let's talk about the price. Well, World of Guns is free, but only in a very basic form. The free version of the game starts you off with access to only one model, the AK-47, and requires the expenditure of experience to unlock the next firearm in the chain of unlocks available. Only firearms next in the web of unlocks are available to spend experience on, and your vision of the entire web is rather limited in this version. Unlocking a specific firearm in the free version can be rather frustrating, as you have no idea which direction you have to take along the ever-branching unlock tree. Experience is acquired through completing the activities found in the different game modes under each firearm model. The problem with this world of guns is astronomical and quickly becomes a tedious grind. Why does this grind exist? The same reason such grinds always exist in free programs. Because the developer wants you to pay real money. You can buy boosters to give you more experience per activity completed, and I'm sure various other numerous things you can spend real money on. Or you can forgo the whole thing and pay one lump sum to unlock it all, like I did, and that lump sum is $49.99. I will point out, though, that the DLC content pack to unlock everything is frequently on sale, and I purchased it when it was 25 to 30% off, so you may be able to get it for less, but even still, that is quite a lot of money. So is it worth it? Is it worth all that time or money? Well, it depends on what you are looking for in World of Guns. If you want a guide on how to disassemble a specific firearm, you are probably better served looking elsewhere, as most of the firearms within the program are common enough to have extensive resources on the subject, many of which won't cost a dime. If you are interested in the mechanical workings of firearms and are willing to do independent research of your own, or already have the knowledge to really understand how firearms work, you may be interested, especially when it comes to the operation of firearms you may never actually see or be able to own. For me, that is where the real value is at, a tool to help expand the knowledge base I already have. In any case, I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.